Hello, welcome to my kitchen. My name is Mabel and today I would like to share with you how I make puff puff. So let's get started. In this container I have my flour, the all-purpose flour, the flour we use for bread. We use this flour for so many things. And do you even know I have a recipe on my channel where I use this flour to make swallow? If you have not watched that video, please check it out. Next, I have the sugar, and you can use the sugar to your own preference. I also have some instant yeast. I don't have to mix it with sugar and warm water before using. For flavors, I'll be using vanilla essence. You can use any flavor you like, or you can actually skip the flavor parts as well. And I also like to use some grounded nutmeg, or sometimes I use cinnamon powder, but today I will be using nutmeg. And of course I'll have my measuring cups and spoons. I know most of us, we cook with intuition. We just cook that way, or we just make anything until our ancestors, just like they say, we say okay, stop, then you know the measuring is okay. But today I would like to use measurements. Now to begin, you grab a bowl. For your puff puff, you need to use a bowl that is way bigger than the amount of flour you are making. I'll be measuring 2.5 cups of flour, and I'll go ahead to sieve it. I'll be sieving this flour for two main reasons. Number one, you sieve it because it might have any lumps, or two, there might be jams or all those things, movement things in the flour. Now I add the sugar. Like I said, you add it to your own preference. It can be much or you can just use less. I will be adding a couple of spoons of yeast. All the measurements to this puff puff is going to be in the description box, so please check it out. I added the ground nutmeg, and now I will measure in the vanilla essence. I'll combine everything together just like this. You mix all your dry ingredients together, and I'll be going in with some warm water. You need warm water to mix your flour properly. For the water, you need to measure it gradually. You need to add it into it step by step, or one at a time. You don't add too much. For beginners, you need to do it just the way I am doing this. I have had so many bad experiences of mixing puff puff batter. I have had the watery puff puff batter. Oh my goodness, it was not so pleasant. Now I went ahead to add half cup of water again to loosen it and just combine it together like this. If today is your first time here, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Mabel and this is ZoyaAffairsTV. I would like you to be part of the family, and for you to be able to do that, please click on the subscribe button and also hit the notification icon. This will enable you to be among the very first to get notified each time I upload a new video. Thank you. Now I'll go ahead to combine the batter just like this until you achieve a very smooth texture like this. And depending on how you want your puff puff to look, to come out, and this is so good and perfect for me. Now once everything is well combined to a smooth paste like this, I'm just trying to show you how it should look. For beginners, you need to be very careful. Puff puff matters a lot when you are mixing the batter. And once everything is now combined, I'll set it aside, and all I will do now is to cover this and just put it somewhere safe, for a couple of minutes before coming back for frying. Note that when you are frying the puff puff, you need to watch the oil which you are using in frying it. You don't want it to be too hot and you don't want it not to be hot at all. So it must be on the average level. If it's too hot, the puff puff will not be cooked. It's just going to burn easily and you will think it's cooking. No. And if it's not that hot, the batter is just going to soak in the oil and you will not like it. Next, I'll go ahead to add some vegetable oil into my pan, and you need a lot of vegetable oil for that. It has been 15 minutes already and this is what our batter has risen. It has proof, and just look at that. All I will do now is to combine it together, and the reason why I'm doing this is to let out some of the air bubbles in the puff puff batter, and just combine everything like this before frying. And once that is done, I went ahead to start scooping it inside the oil just like this. There are so many ways you can scoop puff puff batter into the oil. First, I go in with my hands, and that is what I have just done. And the puff puff has been in the oil now. I try to flip it. You need to flip it to make sure every part is well fried. And you fry like this. To some people, this is just okay for them. And to me, I like it like this, but my hubby does not like it. He likes his own puff puff to be well fried, like golden brown. So I went ahead to continue flipping and turning it to ensure both sides are all nice and golden brown just like this. And so once this part is done, I'll take it out of the oil and set that aside. The kids were around, they were actually on midterm break, so I had to make this puff puff for all of us so we could wake up to this puff puff in the morning. So I went ahead to use my tablespoon to start scooping some into the oil. I actually fried this one for the kids and it was so lovely. Puff puff is one of my way to go snack. I love puff puff a lot and I like it to be taken in the morning. There is this woman that sells puff puff along our street. I always buy it in the morning if I am not making mine. I love it so much. So today I woke up very early just to make this and I was so glad I did. So I decided to share it with you all. To all my returning subscribers, thank you for always engaging in my video and thank you for always coming back to watch. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and also like this video if you have not clicked the like button. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye.